Devin Bush is a little bit smaller. He's speedier. He's faster. But both of those guys, and I'll be honest, I haven't done too much digging on the linebacker position coming out of this class, even though that's a big need of the Chargers as well, and I should start studying that a little bit more. But I do know that if you're able to land either one of those, the Steelers are able to land either one of those, that's a huge addition. I don't think Devin White is going to slip that far. I believe you guys pick at the 20, so I don't foresee him making it down the draft board that far. Somebody's going to pick him because he's a great talent. Devin Bush, on the other hand, some people have some issues on his size. I think he's about 5'11", and I think he could very well make his way down to you guys, and that'd be a hell of a pick there.
Yeah, I don't think they ever had a chance at Devin White. I think Devin White was always going. I mean, heck, I even saw him go 5 to Tampa Bay. And I've seen him go 13 to the Dolphins. So I don't think the Steelers have any chance at Devin White. But Devin Bush is really interesting because I've seen him going. I've seen some mock drafts taking the Steelers taking him in the second round. So now it looks like he's solidified himself as a first rounder. And I do see one mock draft that has them taking him at 20, which is, I think, ideal and perfect. I think that if they were able to get him, I think that would be perfect because they desperately need that kind of speedy linebacker after losing Ryan Shazier. Another big position in need is cornerback, and looks like the big ones available are Greedy Williams from LSU and Byron Murphy from Washington. What do you think of them? How do you think they'll where they might end up or how they did?
So Greedy, I've followed him a little bit I followed his last season at LSU, and he's a tall and he's a tall, rangy corner. Anybody that's able to get him is lucking out, and I honestly don't think he's going to make it past the top 10 or 15 picks. You'd be very, very lucky to be able to get him to slip to 20. Although he's a fantastic player. Sits about 6'1", 182, and like I said, he's rangy. He's tall. He's a ball hawk. I don't know statistically how many interceptions he had at LSU, but in the tape, he's very good at tracking. And he's very good at putting himself in a position to win in coverage and to be able to attack the ball. His man cover skills are great. Zone cover skills are great. He's just an all around really, really good prospect. In terms of Byron Murphy, he solidified himself as a top 3 corner undoubtedly. He's one of the guys that's very intelligent. He tries to outsmart his opponents as much as possible, and you can see it for the most part on tape. He's not a guy that I've seen take an absolutely athletic turn. He sits at about 6 foot 175. He's not, like I said, he's not a guy that exploded to me physically, but he's very smart. He knows how to angle himself and put himself in a good position to win in coverage, and I thought he solid himself as a top 3 corner. Another guy that I really like, who I'm hoping tests very well today, and like I said, I still got to catch up on these guys, but he's probably my top rated corner here, and it's DeAndre Baker out of Georgia. 5'11", 180, and he is just a baller. He's a bully, though. He is a guy that will beat you up at the line of scrimmage, and he can play zone, especially in man. He is just an absolute dog, and he is somebody that not only brings a physical game style to your team and your defense, but he brings that whole entire dog mentality and attitude. He reminds me of kind of like a Jalen Ramsey-esque kind of player. Not nearly I mean, we don't know how he's going to be, but that's the type of attitude that he brings, and the type of physicality and the type of style of play that he brings. People have questioned his long speed. I believe I saw him run a 4.5 today, which isn't great for a corner. You want him to be able to stick on guys, especially at the line of scrimmage, and then coming off on go routes and slants and everything. But if you put him in a zone scheme, I think he fares very, very well. So he's another guy I would definitely be on the lookout. I'm kind of hoping he slips to 28 at the Chargers, but we'll see.
How about wide receiver? It looks like the first round wide receivers are going to be Metcalf, and then Marquise Brown of Oklahoma, and who else is there? There's then Paris Campbell of Ohio State. The Steelers, if they did go wide receiver, I think would need a burner. Who would best? Would Marquise Brown fit that bill?
Yeah, he's very speedy, and he's great in open space. He can take the top off of a defense, and that's what you want. He's a down the field threat, and I think that he would definitely be a good addition to any team. Only thing is, him and A.J. Brown and Marquise Brown, they're both related to Antonio Brown, and we know people talk. I don't know if, and this is just intuitively thinking, I don't know if they take either A.J. Brown or Marquise Brown in the draft. With everything that's happened with Antonio Brown, you'd essentially be making a pick for 4 to 5 years, and then when it comes time to pay that, either one of them again, are you going to get them to sign a contract based on what they know about their family member and his dealings with you in the past? So I don't know, and that's pure speculation. I'm not sure, but like we talked about earlier, DK Metcalf is a guy. He can take the top off the defense too. He's a great vertical threat. I don't think he's going to make it that far to 20. We're probably looking at. You said Paris Campbell. That was a name that you mentioned too. Ran the fastest 40 for 4.31, I believe, or a 4.32. He can take the top off too. He's very fast. Had a productive last season at Ohio State. If that's the type of person that they're looking for to put kind of in the slot or alongside Juju, he might be the guy that you're looking for. Somebody that I think could potentially become somebody that the Steelers might want to look for is Emmanuel Hall as well. He had a great combine. There's a ton of wide receiver talent in this draft, so I don't know if the Steelers are going to want to go ahead and select a guy in the first round just yet. Could be a ton of talent that slips to the second.
Yeah, one thing the Steelers are very good at is drafting wide receivers and developing them. One thing they are absolutely horrible at is drafting cornerbacks and developing them, or just defensive backs in general. So it'll be interesting to see what they do there. I think it is a must that the Steelers get A.J. Brown, only for the reason that you get A.J. Brown, you make him wear number 84. That way everybody with the Antonio Brown jerseys will not have to do anything.
That would work out for you guys, wouldn't it?
It's perfect. It's perfect. I'm thinking of the fans.
Yes. No, I totally agree there. I think both of the Browns, A.J. Brown, I think Marquise Brown, I think both of them are phenomenal players. You have to think about the longevity and everything that's happened surrounding that situation with Antonio, them being family members. I think smart people will take that into consideration, but they're great players nonetheless, and be very lucky to have them in Pittsburgh.
You're absolutely right. I think the Steelers are looking at Marquise Brown. I don't care, if he could walk on water. There would say, no, not interested. We're not dealing with that again. So.
Exactly.
All right, sir. Hey, thank you so much, Jesse Reeves at Jesse Reeves FF from FF Statistics. If you go to FF Statistics, there is so much. I think I called it a disgusting amount of information. You guys are just you guys are all over the stats, and nobody does it better. Also from the Youth Movement podcast. Hey, thanks a lot, man.
Absolutely, thanks, Joey. Thanks for having me on.
All right, I'll see you. Thanks for listening. We'll be back Wednesday with a new episode. I talk Penguins with Angie Carducci. Then I welcome back Coach and Mark Haglauer, and we talk about whatever's going on with the Steelers. Then we have our fantasy draft, this time with 90s one-hit wonders. So a lot of stuff going on. Thanks again to Jesse Reeves. Talk later. Another episode is in the bag.